Hey there, Ben Mankiewicz with you. Yesterday on TCM, we kicked off Summer Under the Stars, where every day in August for a full 24 hours belongs to a different actor. We started with Doris Day yesterday. Today, we're in the middle of a Humphrey Bogart marathon. Up next, one of my three favorite Bogart pictures, and I think the best of his many gripping performances. This film, and my feelings about it, yours too, I suspect, are colored by its place in Humphrey Bogart's filmography. Already fighting cancer, this is the last movie of Bogart's great career. From Columbia Pictures in 1956, The Harder They Fall. It is a dark and bitter indictment of corruption in the world of boxing. Here, the sport is far from the sweet science. Instead, it's a seedy and unforgiving business where violent gangsters, crooked promoters, duplicitous trainers, and fixed fights undermine boxing's credibility and really drain the soul of everyone involved. It's also a world where promising fighters become punch-drunk palookas who frequently pay the highest price. Bogart's character is entirely aware of all of these circumstances. He plays a cynical, down-on-his-luck sports writer invited by a shady acquaintance to check out a fighter new to the New York scene, an Argentinian import named Toro Moreno. Moreno is a mountain of a man, but he neither floats like a butterfly nor stings like a bee. Instead, he lumbers like an intoxicated polar bear. Bogart gets roped into repping the boxer. He knows this is a dirty, dishonest job, but the money is really good, and if he doesn't do it, somebody with even fewer scruples will. The Harder They Fall is based on a 1947 novel by Bud Schulberg, who was red hot at the time. He just won an Oscar for his screenplay adaptation of the 1954 Elia Kazan drama On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando. A year after The Harder They Fall, Schulberg offered up one of the darkest looks ever at the power of American mass media facing the crowd. Hired to adapt The Harder They Fall, Schulberg wanted to write from home to avoid dealing with Columbia's boss, Harry Cohn. There was bad blood there. Schulberg felt Cohn had insulted his father, B.P. Schulberg, a former big shot at Paramount. For the record, plenty of people had bad blood with Harry Cohn. Cohn vetoed Bud Schulberg's plan to work remotely, so Schulberg quit. The adaptation fell to Philip Jordan, also the film's producer. In addition to Bogart, the cast includes Rod Steiger, Mike Lane, and Jan Sterling, as well as a pair of real-life heavyweight champs, Max Baer and Jersey Joe Walcott. Directed by Mark Robeson, the picture picked up an Oscar nomination for Burnett Guffey's black and white cinematography. But its soul, its depth, its pain, and its betrayal come from Humphrey Bogart's aching and honest performance. 1956, The Harder They Fall. Humphrey Bogart, seriously ill from cancer during the making of The Harder They Fall, gave audiences one final memorable performance with this film. Co-star Rod Steiger remembered Bogey hanging around the lot one day after Bogey's work was done. "Why are you still here?" Steiger asked. "They want to shoot some retakes of my close-ups because my eyes are too watery," Bogart replied. Months later, when Steiger got word of Humphrey Bogart's death, he realized the star's watery eyes were likely due to the pain from his cancer. The Harder They Fall lands its punches, but some at the time found the ending tied things up a little too neatly. Director Mark Robeson believed boxing to be a brutal sport. He shot a more jaded ending, with Bogart's character calling for the outright banning of boxing. Bud Schulberg, who wrote the novel, hated that ending. Schulberg felt rampant corruption tainted boxing, but he remained a fan of the sport. Schulberg successfully convinced Columbia to use the ending less critical of boxing, which I think works just fine. Coming up, Humphrey Bogart plays a World War II vet whose buddy disappears. Dead Reckoning is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Dead Reckoning, then Dark Passage, and later China Clipper. Bogies cleared for takeoff tonight.